From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching your hometown information station, CBTV 17.
We're pleased that all of you could be here today for the dedication of this wonderful new facility. We're very excited about it and what it's going to enable us to do in terms of education and health careers. It's going to be a huge leap forward. Before we really get started with the ceremonies, I'd like to introduce some people. And I know most of these people are here, so if you just wave your hand. First of all, the members of the Iowa Western Community College Board of Directors. Randy Pash is the chairman of the Board of Trustees, and you're going to hear from Randy here pretty soon. Gary Faust, Kirk Madsen, Connie Hornbeck, there's Gary Faust, Scott Robinson, and Fred Lyle, and Brent Segrest, and Doug Goodman. And then also I'd like to introduce the members of the Foundation Board of Directors that are here this afternoon. Tom Whitson, who's the president of the Foundation Board. And then Randy Pash is a member of the Foundation Board as well. And then Donna Berry. There's Don, I knew you were over here. And then Larry Winham, saw Larry, he's here somewhere. There he is. And Don Finster, there's Don. And Dr. Eugene Lloyd is right here in the front. And then John Cool. I don't know if John's here, I didn't see him. I'd also like to recognize the contractors and the architects that are responsible for this beautiful facility. First of all, from Leader Construction, Brad Von Gillern. I don't know if Brad is here. There he is. And then Andy Bailey and Derek Schmitz. Derek is down the hallway. And then the architect that designed all of this, Phil Dobbin. I know Phil's here somewhere. I saw Phil earlier. There he is. Thank you, Phil. And then Conrad Borer. And then I have to give a special compliment, and Phil understands this more than anyone here, because we go round and round about colors and what things look like. But Penny Johnston, who did a wonderful job of selecting colors and designing this facility. Penny, you did a great job. Thank you. And then also I want to recognize the college staff that coordinated the construction, and we're very busy the last few weeks getting everyone moved in here. First of all, Greg Clausen, and then Diane Osbar. Saw Diane earlier. And then Jim Malberg, who was responsible for all the IT and electronics. Then I'd like to introduce some dignitaries and elected officials that are here today. I saw him wandering around earlier, and I see him right now. Scott Belt, Pottawatomie County Councilman, who is also president of the Iowa Western Community College Alumni Association. Scott, thanks for being here. And then I saw Matt Walsh, City Councilman, here somewhere. There he is, back there. And then Donna Berry, who's the Regional Director for Senator Grassley. Donna. And then Scott Corey, who's the District Representative for Congressman Steve King. Scott is over there in the corner. And then the Chief of Staff for Congressman King, Bentley Graves. I'm going to hear from Bentley later. And then the Legislative Director for Congressman King, Cassidy Nugent. Cassie, thank you. And then Nathan Vonderplatz, the Regional Director for Senator Harkin, is here today. And then I saw her earlier, I don't see her right now, but Connie Gronstall is here today, representing Senator Gronstall. There she is. Thank you for being here. At this time, I'd like to recognize the donors who helped make this facility a reality. And first of all, I have to recognize all the citizens of Southwest Iowa who voted in the bond issue in 2007 and passed the bond issue to do this facility with an 85% yes vote. So all of you give yourselves a hand. And then the Iowa West Foundation, I saw Todd Graham and Jerry Mathiasen. There they are right there. Oh, Chuck Smith is here as well. Are there any other members of the board from Iowa West Foundation here? Gary Woods, I saw him earlier. There he is. Is there anyone else from the foundation board here? Well, the Iowa West Foundation made a huge contribution to the construction of this facility, and we really appreciate their support of this facility as well. And then we received a couple grants from the United States Department of Health and Human Services, and certainly our congressional delegation helped us with that. We're going to hear from them here in a little bit. And then the state of Iowa, it's called the ACE-PIAP program, but it's state funding that Senator Mike Gronstall was really responsible for enacting the legislation for several years ago. And that's why Connie is here today to take credit for what Mike did. But that program has been a tremendous aid to community colleges. And for all of you who might be visiting with a legislator or a governor here in the next few days or weeks, it's a program that the governor has indicated he would like to eliminate from the state budget. So you might just mention to him that it's an important program and it makes a huge difference. And then we have several in-kind product donors that helped with this facility. The Allegiant Health System, Mercy Hospital, the Omaha Ambulance Service. If you saw that ambulance back in the EMT area, that was donated by them. And then the West Broadway Clinic. And then one of the very important parts of this program and this facility is the Endowed Nursing Scholarship. And first of all, I'd like to recognize the people that gave the challenge grant to raise the $1 million to create this endowment, and that's Dr. Eugene and Linda Lloyd. Please stand. And then other major contributors are Jenny Edmondson Hospital, the Red and Ruth Nelson Foundation, the Black Tie Harvest for Scholarships. For 3 years, that particular fundraising event directed its funds to this scholarship program. Dr. Ward and Suzanne Chambers, the Iowa Western Community College employees who did a special drive, Dr. John Marshall and Jean, his wife, Shenandoah Memorial Hospital, and the Eileen Wallace Estate. The executors of her estate are here today, Bonnie Newsom and Wendy Fenster. Wendy, thank you. So as you can see, lots and lots of people, companies, and foundations were instrumental in helping us create this fine facility. And it's a pleasure for me to welcome all of you here to take part in this dedication of this state-of-the-art advanced learning center. This facility brings the latest technology and learning management software together with our outstanding faculty to greatly enhance education in Southwest Iowa and this whole region. Our healthcare programs in nursing, surgical technology, emergency management technology, medical assisting will all greatly benefit from this facility and being able to grow in both the number of students that we're able to educate, but also the quality of the education experience. This unique, one-of-a-kind facility is among the finest, if not the finest, of any community college in the United States. We're proud to show off what has been accomplished with this facility. It not only brings the best technology and equipment together, it does so beautifully. We hope that once you've had the opportunity to tour the facility, that you'll agree that it is one of the best. There will be faculty and students available after this brief ceremony to demonstrate the capabilities and enhancements to the curriculum that this facility provides. And so if you didn't get a chance to take a tour before this ceremony, please stay and look at it afterward. It is amazing. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Chairman of the Board of Trustees for a few comments, Randy Pash. Randy?
Thank you, Dan. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Iowa Western Community College, I certainly want to welcome everyone here today for the festivities. For decades now, Iowa Western has been up to their elbows educating people in the healthcare fields. If you don't really believe that, all you need to do is go visit any hospital, clinic, long-term care facility, ambulance or EMT service throughout our 7-county service area, and just see how many Iowa Western graduates you'll find there, working hard to improve quality of life in our community. We've had a great program and a great history that we're proud of, but one of the most frustrating things about that program was having to turn down promising applicants because we just didn't have the capacity to teach them and to handle the numbers that were there, even though the demand is out there in the job market for the graduates that we were producing. This facility is going to go a long way in helping us with increasing that capacity that we need, while at the same time it's going to improve our teaching techniques by utilizing technology, by using just leading edge technology. As I'm sure if you had the opportunity to go on a tour, you were impressed. I know I was, and I already had a preview of what was going on. In closing, I'd just like to say your program lists all the donors. I was going to go through that, but Dan already took that. But just to restate, obviously nothing of this magnitude occurs without a lot of cooperation, and I'd like to thank everyone for their generosity. But the thing that really got this ball rolling was back in 2007 when all the citizens of our area decided to stand with us and support us in our bond issue initiative, and I thank you for that.
Thank you, Randy. As always happens when you're introducing people, you sometimes miss a name. And there's another member of our foundation board of directors that's here today. Honestly, I didn't expect he would be because he just got out of the hospital yesterday, but Ron Mahoney is here. So Ron, thank you for coming. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the mayor of Council Bluffs, Tom Hannafin. You know, over the past few years, we've been fortunate to have several construction projects completed. And Mayor Hannafin always comes and says a few words of wisdom at those events. And over those past few events, I've been able to remind the mayor that Iowa Western Community College is the fastest growing small town in southwest Iowa. Well, Mayor, I just wanted to let you know that we've decided today that we're going to apply for our own zip code. So.
Well, thank you, Dan. Excuse me, Mayor. As we walked in the facility today and we went downstairs and Tom Johnson and I were standing there, I said, you know what was here? And he said, the old cafeteria. We're standing in the area where they made the food. And then we moved a little bit farther out, and that's obviously where they served it. And a little bit farther out, that's where the kids were eating lunch here just a few years ago. And the transformation of this building is incredible. And obviously there's been a lot of people who have been thanked, and without the support of people, it just doesn't happen. We live in an area that people come out and support. Those voters came out at a time when a lot of people don't do that. The people that came together to make sure the black tie supported the Lloyds in their ploy to make sure that money was going to be donated over a 3-year period. At first we thought it was going to be 6. It only took us 3. And I guess when Dr. Garcia walked into the room and we were looking at the facility, and Dr. Garcia being a longtime doctor in this area, and I have a lot of respect for him, and he said, I said, how would you describe this as a physician? And he said, wow. As a physician, he said, wow. As a community leader, I say wow. And us in this community should be very proud of what this building is built like. But I think what's really important is what it produces. If you look at what's happened to Iowa Western and the nursing side of it, the number of nurses that have come out of this school have been tremendous for a lot of reasons. They come out, they get jobs, they pass their test on the first time round. And as we were talking, as Dan said, no one has ever failed the test on the first time coming out an Iowa nursing test. I don't want to be the first one that would ever have to fail that, because you have to face Kenny. But this facility, this school, this community, Western Iowa, is a better place today because of this facility. What's really important is what's going to happen in the future. We're building on the future of our area. And on behalf of the citizens of Council Bluffs, I want to commend and thank everyone that's been involved with this growth. You have and you deserve your own zip code, 51503.
All right, we'll keep it for a while. As I said earlier, we had a tremendous amount of support from the congressional delegation here of Southwest Iowa in helping us secure funds to help provide for all the equipment that you see in this wonderful facility. And Bentley Graves, the Chief of Staff of Congressman King, is here this afternoon. And Bentley, we'd like to have you make a few comments.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Kinney, for letting us, our staff, come and enjoy the grand opening today as well. I had the privilege of working with Dr. Kinney a little bit on this over the last few years, and I got to say it's really, really a neat feeling to have gone from the stage of just having first conversations about the idea of this to now today coming and having the opportunity to kind of walk through the facility and see the brick and mortar that came to life as part of his vision. So. Southwest Iowa has a great jewel here in Iowa Western, and Iowa Western has a great jewel in Dr. Kinney. And so he's provided fantastic leadership to the school and has provided definitely the driving force behind this project. And he definitely deserves all the support that y'all can give. Congressman King isn't able to be here today, but he asked me to read a letter on his behalf, and so I'll do that just for a moment here. It says, congratulations on the completion of the new Iowa Western Nursing Center of Excellence. This is an exciting day for Iowa Western Community College and an exciting day for Council Bluffs in Southwest Iowa. And I regret that I'm not able to join you in person today. I'd like to commend you, your staff, and the faculty and the community for your vision, hard work, and dedication to making this Nursing Center of Excellence a reality. This center represents an important step that this community is taking to address the shortage of nurses entering the workforce throughout our state and region. By producing well-trained, community-based healthcare professionals for Iowa, the tri-state area, and our nation, the Nursing Center of Excellence at Iowa Western will significantly improve the access to quality healthcare for members of this community for many, many years to come. 2 years from now, through the use of cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art teaching and stimulation training laboratories, the Nursing Center of Excellence will allow Iowa Western to double the number of nurses it educates each year. This will have a profound positive impact not only on the health of individuals living in Southwest Iowa, but also on the health of Southwest Iowa communities. I'm pleased to have had the opportunity to support the development of the Nursing Center of Excellence through the federal appropriations process. However, this day would not have been possible without the significant support of all kinds that it received from this community. For over a decade, Iowa Western has been known for producing some of the state's top nurses and medical professionals. And I'm confident that the investments made in making the Nursing Center of Excellence a reality will allow the college to continue that legacy and will pay significant dividends in the future. Again, congratulations to you, Dr. Kinney, and to Iowa Western Community College on this important occasion. I look forward to visiting the center in person in the very near future. Thanks again, I appreciate it. Thanks for letting us be here.
And Nathan Vonderplatz, the regional director for Senator Harkin, is here this afternoon too, and I think Nathan would like to make a few comments. So Nathan?
Thank you, Dr. Kinney. Senator Harkin wasn't able to be here today, unfortunately. It was about this time last year. We had a few extra minutes and came on over here real quick to see the previous location of all the mannequins, stuffed, I think, back here somewhere, into a little room back here. And if there was ever a moment of shining light that showed what this Center of Excellence could really do, that was it, I think. And we're certainly glad to see this opening here today. I'm going to read a short letter from the Senator. Dear friends, thank you for inviting me to join you today for yet another exciting chapter in Iowa Western Community College's history. Unfortunately, I am unable to join you in person. However, I did want to convey my congratulations to you today. I have long been a supporter of this Nursing Center of Excellence, and for good reason. Iowa and the rest of the country is experiencing a shortage of well-educated and prepared nurses. This new Center of Excellence, combined with the nursing workforce benefits of the Affordable Care Act, will help prepare tomorrow's nurses, giving them the skills and knowledge needed to compete in this field. It is for these reasons and because of Iowa Western's dedication to quality education that I have secured funding for this project in years past. I look forward to seeing your students in action, and I wish you further success. Thank you again for inviting me to join you today. I wish the faculty, staff, and students this facility will be serving the best in their future. Sincerely, Tom Harkin, United States Senator.
And then I'd like to introduce Donna Berry. She's the Regional Director for Senator Charles Grassley. Donna?
Thank you very much, Dr. Kinney, Dr. Lloyd, Mrs. Lloyd. It's my privilege to represent the senator here today, and he's very sorry that he couldn't be here. But he, too, was one of the people who got to be in on the ground steps and see the beginnings of what was to come. You know, most of you know that this is the second time in less than a week that Iowa Western has had a wonderful announcement. And with the Siemens announcement in Atlantic, and now today, the opening of our nursing facility, I think you're all in agreement with the senator when he says that the eyes of Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Minnesota, and South Dakota are all going to be green with envy on what's going on in Southwest Iowa. So the senator will be back to visit and see the finished product, and he wishes to congratulate all of you on your dedication and your commitment to Iowa and to Southwest Iowa in particular. Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to ask Dr. Rita Berthelsen, the Dean for our healthcare programs, to come up and make a few comments representing the academic side of the college. Rita?
I too am very excited and grateful for your attendance today at the dedication of our Center for Advanced Nursing and Allied Health Education. This state-of-the-art facility not only creates the environment for hands-on learning and critical thinking, it creates an environment of interactive dialogue among the healthcare disciplines. Students at Iowa Western will learn the skills of their profession while they learn the essential skills of teamwork. Simulation education is the tool of enhanced learning, recording the dialogue and the actions and timing techniques used to contribute to critical evaluation of the interventions they give. And debriefing is critical and enhanced when students can actually see what they did in a timed manner. Our nursing faculty, I'm very proud of our nursing faculty, and so those who are on our nursing faculty, if you would just at least raise your hand so you can be recognized. They're probably still in the simulation room, taking care of patients. They have been led by Sue Wilms, our program director, who you'll hear from in a moment, and facilitated by Stacia Thompson. They have perfected scenarios so real that some of you in healthcare may just be inclined to lend a hand. Our surgery rooms have drawn attention already from local physicians who are offering to simulate surgical procedures. because the rooms are so well equipped and set up. Our medical assisting area replicates the physician's office both in the public area, the exam area, and the laboratory facilities. Students will actually practice the services they will soon provide in a real-life setting. And if there's an emergency, our paramedic students will have practiced protocols in the rescue squad within the time restraints of taking the patient to the hospital, treating them in the squad within time and physical restraints, and working with the nurses in the emergency department when they deliver them. Our center allows Iowa Western to expand its services to the ever-growing student population, but to you, our community, as well. We offer facilities to provide annual training for hospitals, clinics, and long-term care facilities, role-specific education, and development of new certificates in the healthcare field. Iowa Western Center for Advanced Nursing and Allied Health Education is truly a shining example of what healthcare education should be and what it will be in the future, with the state-of-the-art equipment, interactive high-fidelity mannequins, integrated healthcare services, and multidisciplinary interaction among the disciplines. Iowa Western Community College is growing jobs for the healthcare industry and grooming the future employees of healthcare to work as teams. Thank you.
And I'd like to ask Sue Wilms, the director of our nursing program, to please come forward and make a few comments. Sue?
Thank you, Dr. Kinney. I want to thank you all for being here. I am so happy to have all of you help us celebrate the opening of our new beautiful simulation center. Nursing faculty have been anxiously awaiting this day. We are so ready for this. The Simulation Center opens up new opportunities that are on the cutting edge of nursing education, and we are anxious to get started. Nurse educators realize that the ever-changing face of healthcare and the importance of providing students with the latest technology and educational experiences can now be ours. Educational opportunities for our students in the new facility are only limited by our creativity. With the excitement generated by this simulation center, faculty are working hard at developing learning experiences. Nursing students are not always able to see and do everything in the clinical setting. For example, not everyone is able to see a birth. So Noelle, our human simulator mom, actually gives birth and can be programmed to provide many additional obstetrical situations. Not everyone is able to see a code and respond to a cardiac arrest. Scenarios have been created to simulate an actual code and will be part of our basic curriculum. Back injuries are so much a part of the nursing world. So Rescue Randy, did any of you see Rescue Randy back there? He weighs 350 pounds. And so in order to work with him, a lift has been installed that will enable students to work without putting strain on their backs. Susie gives us help in working with diabetic patients. It is possible to prick her finger, she will bleed, and students can monitor her blood sugar. It's all in how you program her. Of course, we have Hal, who provides students with hours of education as he develops new medical problems and conditions. So you can see we've become a family. With our hospital settings, we can assign 3 to 4 rooms per student. Each patient has a different condition and a different level of care. Faculty are then able to see and develop student capabilities in prioritization, delegation, and patient care management. This is such an exciting time to be here at Iowa Western, and I'm so proud to be part of the nursing program. We know that clinical and classroom experiences are so important for nursing education, but with the enhancement of our human simulator family, the sky is the limit. Thank you.
And then we have a nursing student who's going to make some comments from the student perspective. Michelle Plague. Plaguey? Plaguey. Michelle?
Thank you. When I was in high school, my parents bought our first microwave oven. What advancement in technology. I could cook a hot dog in less than 60 seconds. I can't recall now the last time I've cooked a hot dog in the microwave, but I know I couldn't live without it. 3 years ago, I decided to go back to school and pursue a degree in nursing. 10 years before that, I was a stay-at-home mom. I hardly ever touched a computer. The only thing I did on it was check an occasional email or to play solitaire. Now, having typed my previous term papers on manual typewriter, I could fully appreciate this modern technology of a personal computer. I definitely couldn't live without my computer now. Simulation is used in different occupations. NASA uses it to train astronauts for space travel. Nuclear power plants train their plant managers with simulators to practice possible situations that may happen with nuclear reactors. So why not nursing? This simulator lab will allow nursing students like myself to practice real-life scenarios in a safe and controlled environment. Here, we will be able to experience real-life events like Sue had mentioned, childbirth, cardiac arrest. We might not be able to have these situations in our current clinical rotations. So being able to practice over and over situations will help reduce anxiety and allow the use of critical thinking skills required in nursing. Having many more opportunities with real-life situations will allow nurses to be better prepared and more confident in entering the nursing field. I know I will be a better prepared nurse because of simulated nursing. This is no longer a futuristic idea or thought. This is here, this is now, this is Iowa Western Nursing, and I'm so proud to be part of it. Thank you.
Well, we hope that you have an opportunity to see the facility. There are still refreshments down the hall that direction. You're welcome to stay as long as you would like and watch the simulators do the things that they do and to visit with others. And we want to thank all of you for coming out today. Great day in the history of our healthcare programs here at Iowa Western Community College. Thank you.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching your hometown information station, CBTV 17.